But coming in, we have Hardy on that Negan, as I was talking about earlier, on this flat stage. Means they both, because we've talked about it before, with the new new map bans, you can force someone to go to a triplat. So both players agreed, I don't want to play on platforms. We're going to duke it out. You know, 1v1 me, Fox, FD. But in this version, it's sword v sword, flat map. Let's do it.
I mean, obviously, well, we have the great sword and we got the good sword back. So, I mean, and we're going to be saying that a whole lot. But, I mean, Megd on the Brawlhalla. Like you said, I'm kind of surprised to see it, but also at the same time, not really. Obviously, Megd is a very, very good sword player. But I don't really know where that axe is coming from.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like, I was going into this, if I were to call out a character, I would think Megd would be on the Val, maybe the Asuri. But I don't know where this maybe they're just going, hey, I can play sword and I can play whatever I think the best weapon is right now. And a lot of people think axe is the best weapon. So maybe he goes, I'm locking in that sword for a comfort pick, and I'm playing with the axe because it's just so good. But look at this. He primes the axe. I thought he was gonna prime the sword. But
well, you also have to realize axe is kind of really good into great sword, in my opinion. I mean, sure, you have a little bit less, or you have a lot of recovery frames there, but HardyMJ is gonna get that knockout very, very quickly. But you gotta realize Megd kind of knows how to play around with, you know, pretty much everything. And actually, I'm seeing the highest level axe legend be that Brawlhalla. I'm assuming that's just where, I guess Brawlhalla's just the axe bit for me.
Yeah, you know, and it's looking pretty good. Hardy has not found too many of these big reads that Greatsword is known for, and he's definitely looking for them. Megd, on the other hand, is and just like Commentators Curse expects, he immediately finds a nice three-piece, gets him off stage, confirms it with the dare! Oh my god, he hadn't realized he touched. He misses that dare! This gives him another shot at life. Hardy, weapon starves, had that Greatsword prime though, so he's okay. He's going to be looking for an N6, he's going to be looking for a read. HardyMJ is looking for this knockout. I think sidelight reverse N-Sig is going to be the kill.
You also realize Megd has extremely powerful SIG, so one good side SIG, that might be that stock.
For sure. Side SIG, D-SIG.
One thing you have to realize, though, Hardy is not one of those people that just exclusively sticks to Greatsword. Sure, that's one of their main weapons. But they also know how to play his sword, which is not a whole lot.
It's just not
a whole lot of Greatsword players can. And Hardy's actually going to drop first. Wow.
You know, you were talking about, you know, he plays the sword, not as much as the Greatsword. Especially, you know, Megd, so good at sword. He probably knows the sword ditto in and out. Someone who has that much experience, that much time on so many different sword legends, you don't want to challenge this guy to a sword ditto. He's going to probably clean you up. But Hardy, back on the Greatsword. Let's see what he can do with it.
We saw Sandstorm's Greatsword a lot earlier. And I guess they were just... Hardy was doing something for a second. He was busy. Couldn't take the time out of the day to play the set, but...
yeah, he should have.
Megd right now. His axe looks good.
Oh my goodness! That was so interesting. He did a grounded dare, which actually works as one of your openers. If people who don't know how to use Greatsword, there's openers, bridges, and finishers. So he used that as the opener. Megd thought, oh, he's just going to spot dodge. So then waits out, does the sidelight bridge that hits, and then does the sidelight finisher. That was crazy. Doesn't matter too much, as Megd seems to be closing up this game shortly. And there it is.
Megd with a beautiful D-Light into recovery knockout. That's going to be game one. I'm kind of excited to see, you know, is HardyMJ going to make any adaptations here? Or, you know, are we going to see, you know...
He should have just watched the Sandstorm set. Because
he should have watched the Sandstorm set.
He used Greatsword to beat a Finn. So clearly, if he just studied the set better, he could also just use Greatsword to beat a Finn. But looks like they're going right back into it. This time, he goes, I want one platform. So, we're here on...
I want one.
I want one platform. Anyway, we'll,
what?
We're gonna go back into this. Hardy's gonna get on that Greatsword. Greatsword versus good sword. Let's see how the sword matchup looks.
I mean, mean, obviously, it's pretty equal so far, but Megd, Neutralite after Neutralite, yielding damage slowly but surely onto HardyMJ.
People say, you know, Greatsword's a grounded weapon. You know, you win through beating... Oh, bye-bye. As I was saying, people say Greatsword is a grounded weapon, but it's Nair. Greatsword Nair is so good. It's like he did, I think, more damage with Greatsword Nair than all his grounded moves that last stock. Speaking of Nair, normal sword Nair is doing a lot of work, keeping them juggled. And so many Nairs. Everyone's just throwing out Nair.
I think Neutralite is arguably like when we actually look at the average moves in game, or when we look up every single move in game, the Neutralairs are probably going to be the best ones out there because they're very unpunishable. They hit very hard. I mean, there's like I don't think there's really any bad Neutralair.
I was thinking for like 1 second, and I'm looking behind me at my blanket of weapons, and I'm pretty sure you're right. Every Nair is just fantastic. But
yeah,
you know, Megd with that axe, as we were talking about before, off the sword, it's doing so much. It's really putting in the work. And I actually kind of want to see a Finn v Finn. I think a Pugsy versus Megd. Oh my goodness, big 5-piece read. Hardy then gets to prime the greatsword in between the hits. Finds that Nair I was talking about.
Look at this. Hardy was almost down a full stock, but now look at this damage.
And that's
look
the power
at this greatsword from Hardy. I mean, he's been using it since 2020. Ever since it came out, he's been like, all right, well, I'm gonna stick with it. It's been about 4 years. Wait, it's been about 4 years. It is
literally 4
years this year.
Welcome to 2024. I'm still confused. I still think it's 2016. I don't know where I am. And
dude, you hit the time skip.
Dude, 4 years ago was like 2017. I don't know what you're talking about.
Dude,
oh,
4 years ago.
He did GCD light, burned his dodge in front of Hardy. Hardy was in the middle of a D-sig, can't get the punish. That could have been a 6-hit, 5-hit, 6-hit string right there. But nothing comes of it, and Megd is back on that axe.
Yeah, definitely. I think Megd definitely feels a lot more comfortable on his axe and the greatsword. It feels like there's a lot more outranging potential for it. But Hardy, they need to get around this axe somehow. They're gonna immediately throw out the sword. Decides to play unarmed instead, and immediately gonna pick this greatsword right back up.
Hardy, no options, getting juggled. Only had a dodge. Gets through the axe nairs. He's able to land, and this is the closest. This is much closer than game one. And I think Hardy's slowly figuring this out. He has no option. If you remember earlier, I was talking about that 50-50 when they have no dodge. Oh my goodness! 5-hit.
Hardy weapon throw down. This is very close here.
They both throw their weapons away. Megd gets one back though.
I'm waiting for an N-sig from Megd. I'm gonna be totally honest. Like
I'm waiting for a D-sig. I think D-sig will close out this game, or Sarah.
Hardy's out of options.
He goes too early! Oh my goodness! He went too early on the ground pound. Hardy uses great movement, goes around him, and then punishes with a Sair. Oh my god. That's gonna be 1-1.
Hardy, dude, what an excellent play there by Hardy. He's like, all right, I might be going down, but you're going down first. Beautifully played there by Hardy. I thought Megd had that game in the bag. I'm gonna be totally honest, but man, right at the end there, just a little overconfident right at the end.
Yeah, I think Megd was like, oh, he's out of options, it's an easy kill. But Hardy said,
no options.
You know, there's a reason I'm fighting for top 8 right now. Did you just go no options like the meme? Like
no options.
No options.
Yes, exactly.
I got that. I clocked it.
Yeah, for once.
Nice. Megd gonna be using T-Light to keep Hardy on that edge, but looks like Megd. This game is not like that. The last one, you know, Megd looks way more comfortable. Maybe Megd said, "All right, I was playing around last game."
You say that, but I mean, Hardy's greatsword will take a stock so quickly if you let it. I mean, greatsword players give him an inch, they'll take a mile. Where if you're European, you give him a centimeter, he'll take a kilometer.
It sounds so much worse. This is why just use Imperial measurement. It's so much better. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah, actually, no. What was that?
Oh my god, throwing out SIGs doesn't get punished, though. Quite lucky.
Already seeing that dodge and going for the nair. Still not enough to knock out. Just have to see how well Megd can keep this stock.
Hardy looking for a big N-Sig off that weapon throw. A lot of people do like to jump off weapon throws, so I'm pretty sure that's what he was looking for. But couldn't find it.
Right now, I mean, the stocks are pretty equal. Damage, I would personally, I would consider this damage about equal. And that's my opinion, just because when you take into account the stats and the characters or in the weapons, I would consider this maybe not equal now, but you get what I'm trying to say, right?
No, but okay.
Well, now it's equal. Shut up.
Yeah, I know there's a few weapons that, like, when I'm playing them, at least it's like, oh, I don't know, you know, I don't know if I can win in this spot. But I feel like when I have Greatsword in hand, I'm like, oh, it could be white to red where I'm in red, and I could be like, oh, I just need one read here. And especially with Hardy's quality of Greatsword, any game can literally just be flipped. There's, you know,
I mean, literally just look at this stock. I mean,
yes,
Megd was, I think, pretty much white, and Hardy's was like, now you're red.
definitely. Now it's almost tied up. Hardy's going to have wall slip soon. Gets back on stage with a weapon throw. Megd finds the end light, sending him back off stage. He goes, all right, try to get on stage again. End light.
Oh.
Try again. What? Weapon throw. Oh my, again! No options. Megd goes for it too early. He could have just waited and confirmed that kill, but he goes for these ground pounds too early off stage. Doesn't matter.
Oh, something really interesting I've seen. You can actually reset jumps for wall slip with a weapon throw. Isn't that interesting? A nice haymaker there by HardyMJ. Gonna prime that greatsword.
What do you mean? Like you get hit by a weapon throw?
So no, so you're on stage, okay, or you're on the corner of stage.
Okay.
And you're getting in wall slip. You can throw your weapon and then hit your opponent, and they get your jumps back.
Oh, that's
while still on that wall.
That's so interesting. I actually did not know that.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
I guess because it counts as a hit for the person. Hardy, down in that orange. We're gonna be, you know, most of these games have been going pretty quick, but I hate to be that person, but we just crossed into the 3-minute zone.
4.
You know what I mean? Like 3 in the
3 minutes left. Yes.
Yeah, three in the first spot. When I see that 3 in the minute spot, I'm like, oh, this game's gone on for too long. I'm ready to go home.
There was a last night. There was a 5-minute AUS set.
Wow.
Which was hilarious. Or not set. I'm sorry, game. It was kind of crazy, and honestly, I wanted to go to bed so bad.
Was it
HardyMJ gravity cancel neutral sig? Not gonna find it this time. But damage very equal. Side air once again. Hardy one again.
Oh!
Down air doesn't connect.
The nair unarms him. Great dodge by Megd, but he still doesn't get the weapon. Weapons. Great weapon control, and Hardy with a big recovery off the top.
The biggest recovery.
I don't know why I did that.
It's funny. Don't worry. I think it's funny. I think. A beautiful play there by Hardy to get that knockout. But yeah, you were saying that Hardy kind of utilizes those aerial attacks a lot more. And I've definitely seen it there. We're not going to go to Bikini Bottom, unfortunately. Quite sad, if you ask me. But yeah, Hardy definitely does an amazing job getting around all of those attacks from Megd and then utilizing his side airs, his down airs, and his neutral and recoveries all around. Really, really solid options.
That was, again, you know, almost the whole game, Hardy was down. But then at the very last second, he goes, all right, I'm going to lock in right now. And puts the work onto Megd. He gets a few hits and then does the weapon starve. So, you know, the whole game might be Megd favored, looking like it at least. But all that really matters is that last hit.
Yeah, it just seems like Megd can't close out stocks. I mean,
Especially with an-
Obviously he can, but just against Hardy, not so much.
His movement has been looking so crisp, especially with his new dodge mechanic. He's so easily, it's so easy for him to jump in, dash jump in, get a sidelight or try to go for a sidelight, and if he hits it or not, and then dash jump out. It's really, I think Hardy has really been utilizing this new update, which has really changed Brawlhalla quite well into showing off in this set.
I mean, he is styling right now. He is balling, as the
Oh,
kids
he
say.
falls out of the weapon. Falls out of the recovery. You hate to see that happen. I don't think it would have killed, but it would have put him in a better, put Megd in a better spot. Megd, no options, finds an end light reversal. Nice.
I'm actually surprised Megd went for that. Another neutral light. Hardy does not have a whole lot of options. That weapon throw, the nail in the coffin for that first stock.
Confirm it.
Now, Megd, once again, in a position where they have a chance to build some extra credit. But HardyMJ is so good at finding these equalizers so quickly. I feel like Megd, when they're in red, they kind of play very aggressive, and right there is a huge key example of that.
This is looking like last game. Megd gets the first stock, not too much extra credit, and we know how last game went. I don't wanna say anything too soon, but if history repeats itself, Hardy is probably feeling quite comfortable. He knows he can. Oh, a little two-piece off that little end light nair.
A little end light never hurt no one.
No, 10 damage doesn't really do much. End light is the most damaging opener though. Everything D light does 8 and side light does 9. So full fun fact.
The fact you know that is weird.
Yeah, I played Greatsword. It's like whatever. It's like.
Yeah, I played Greatsword. Dude.
I got on my Twitter the we should talk about the game, but let's see if we can confirm this. I like that it's like an alley-oop where he throws the weapon against the side and then picks it up off the bounce.
Oh,
that Ensig, I saw the glimmer of Ensig. I saw
it too. Megd was trying to find that stock, but down here for HardyMJ is going to stuff that out. Neutral Sig for Hardy, still not going to connect. Both these players kind of struggle finding knockout options. It has been 3 minutes. It has only been 3 stocks gone.
Yeah, you were about to say 2, and then you just changed it last second.
No,
See, you keep saying we keep going. Oh, no one can find a kill, and then immediately as you say that, Megd goes, "I'll actually find a kill right now."
It has been 3 minutes and 3 stocks. 3 stocks in 3 minutes.
Yeah, 1 stock a minute. If it is 1 stock per minute, that would mean we are going to a 6-minute game.
And well, 5 minutes technically, though.
Oh, you're right, because the last stock doesn't mean you got it. Yeah. But we're here, last stock. Hardy a little bit. Oh, not even. I was gonna say a little bit worse for wear, but it's neck and neck. This is really anyone's game. We have seen
Megd needs this stock. Megd is on bracket stock currently, so it means if they lose this set, or if they lose this game, lose this stock, they get dropped to losers bracket. HardyMJ still has another game to fall back on. But Megd,
I was thinking about the other games we've commentated so far, and besides the first game,
huge.
That was very big. Oh, one more nair. Get a recovery nair. Can't find anything. Every game we've commentated has been either a 3-0. The last 2 have been 3-0s, and then Sandstorm's game was a 3-1. These are quick. This is looking like another 3-1, unless Megd can find someone to bring it to game 5.
Yeah, but right now Hardy starting to fiend for this knockout on the Megd.
Wants it.
We all know how that's gonna end. Megd very deep red.
Oh, finds an air.
Like
finds an end light. Oh! He got so greedy. Does not kill. That's the last one. Oh my! And that's the salt taunt. Oh, you love this.
Oh.